take charge.
I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh.
Good morning, everybody!
I like having fun.
Welcome to Office Hours. It's me, Tim Heidecker, turning my reverb off. We're having a little jam session here. I put some beautiful reverb on. I'm singing. I'm smiling. I'm ready for the show like I've never been ready before. I'm telling you, total 100% preparation went into this today. We rehearsed like hell. Last night we rehearsed from, I'll tell you, 6 o'clock p.m. till 2 a.m. Running every beat, running every cue, running every joke, running every, not really running every, let's take it back, not really running any, all the calls, of course. That is still going to be sort of improvised, ad-libbed, but I thought we made great progress last night. Tired as hell.
That's right.
Yeah,
we're tired as hell.
Good morning. And then we met here at 6 this morning to do it again, to run it with full dress and lights and cameras and stuff. I think it's going to pay off.
It went well the second time, so third time's a charm, as they say.
Well, I think this last night went good. A lot of big changes at the last minute, but now we're locked in. I'm going to do a great show. I can feel it already. That was not rehearsed.
I didn't do that last night. I opened it before
and we didn't do it
started.
this morning either. That was already open.
I'm ad-libbing. This is what I should not be doing.
I guess we should have ran it 4 times.
Do you want to start at the top?
I don't want to start at the top. We got to plow through, okay? Good. Well, how do you want to? I mean, going forward, I'll ask. How do you want to do this?
By the script.
Like, do we want to put the hours of rehearsal in, and then let it all go to seed by the time we actually do the show, or do we want to actually stick to the rehearsal in the script?
Well, why are you doing this now? I mean, we could have just stuck to the strip.
All right,
Got the
all right.
script
You know
in
what?
front of me, but
Forget it. We're gonna riff it. Matt, delete the script. We're off book now, and all that hard work. I would have liked to have just been with my family last night and gotten a reasonable rest. Go to bed at 10:30. But no, I'm down here running every cue. For what? Let's begin by welcoming with open arms, with arms wide open. Back from the road, DJ Douggpound is back.
Hey,
Doug.
Oh, I was gonna have a new.
Oh, yeah, what's
I was
the-
gonna have a new welcome phrase, but
you don't have one. It's okay.
Doug, Vic Berger's here as well, Vic the Fourth. And Vic, you in the chat, you suggested a new catchphrase.
I have a new one.
Which got no replies from anybody.
Nobody cared about it, but let's see. What sip, everybody?
Fail. Hashtag fail.
What sip, everybody? So
Yeah.
something everyone can do.
Take a sip if you got one.
What sip, everybody?
There it is. The gang in the Zoom room. Everyone's taking. Somebody's shaking up their beverage.
I love it.
Sip away.
Sip away. Sip away, yay.
Captain Carlin, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Apologies for my outburst last week. I gave you a very hard time.
I still maintain my innocence, but it's good for the show, so I like
Well,
it.
don't. Yeah, let's not look behind the curtain that much.
That's right.
People understand that I'm under a lot of pressure. But here's the real exciting news for the show today. We have not one, but we have two incredibly talented. The talent in this room. It's not like it's something like we haven't seen maybe in weeks. I mean, you have to be honest when you say the guests that we've had, like Jack Black, Kyle Gass,
You want to give me?
Jay Weingarten.
No.
We have.
No.
All right, thank you. Not only do we have Money Mark here, legend, absolute legend, that we're gonna. I mean, you.
Wait, did Jack Black
Mark.
have to rehearse the night before? too?
I think he's a little bit. He's locked in. I don't think that guy does much rehearsal. You're going to be playing music. You're telling
It's
stories.
an honor to be here.
Next to Money Mark, we have Eric Bauza. Who's Eric Bauza? I don't know.
I don't know.
Eric Bauza.
I don't know. Like you said, you had Tenacious D on, and then you went from the D to like all the below.
No.
The chart. Unlike the song you play at a bar when you want people to leave.
No. Here's what's beautiful about the two of you being here is absolute tremendous 100% level talent, but also kind of behind the scenes and people not out there in the front like Jack Black is. Right?
Yeah.
And people like this, or me. You don't need the limelight. You don't need the adoration. You're in the back making things great by what you do.
They're kind of like me and Vic.
We're in the back.
A little bit.
Making
A
things
little
great.
bit. No, Eric, you are the voice of many of our most beloved cartoonish characters. Would you say
I'm the
cartoonish
current,
characters?
the cartoonish. Boink. Yeah.
And that's right, Doc. Thanks for having me.
Yikes.
Wow.
And that's it.
Now, which one was that?
That was Bugs Duck and Daffy Bunny.
Yes. We'll do them all. We'll do
We're
them
going
all
to get them
today.
all. You know what? You got a request for Eric? Call in.
Do it.
You want to hear your favorite cartoon character make election predictions for 2022? Let's hear it.
Now that Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Sleepy Joe. My vote for the...
But I'm Canadian, so I can't vote. So that's the other side of it.
Do you know any of the Stooges by any chance?
Yeah, like Larry.
Oh!
Larry Fine. Right.
Whoa!
I can't take credit for that impression. It's a Billy West.
You're doing an impression of Billy West.
An impression of Billy doing, he's a code cracker, I like to call him.
So much more. Let me get to just a little bit of...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Trying to turn that off.
Code cracking over there?
By the way, I've had this, I don't think I've ever brought this out on the show, but I do have a deck of the oblique strategies. Do you know what the oblique strategies is, Eric?
No.
I know you know what it is because you are a studio rat.
I think I have an original deck of those.
Well, I don't have it. This is a reprint.
Let's
But
try it.
If you don't know,
Oblique strategies.
oblique strategies.
It's like
It's a little
tarot.
George Takei.
George Takei. I'll tell a George story later. I got a good one. I got a good
great.
one. This is a good one.
What-
Tim, those are tarot cards for music nerds, right?
if that's the way you want to see it, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, these
Pull
were
a
written.
card out, see what it says.
This was invented by and written by Brian Eno and somebody Peter Schmidt. I don't know.
Yeah, Peter Schmidt.
Jordan
There's
Peterson.
series. Can I get a fucking sentence? These are random prompts, sentences, so that when you are stuck or you're looking for inspiration, or those are the two things really. You're in a. I could use synonym type phrases, but you understand what I'm saying. You pull one of these boys out.
Or if you're doing a show and you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. And they're just seemingly random pieces of advice or suggestions. Oh, interesting.
Doing a little wild back.
I don't know how we're going to make this apply, but we have make it more sensual. Mark, can you give us a little something sensual there? I'm looking for love, but it ain't coming round these days. I'm looking to stick my prick in someone new. Anyways, I don't know how sensual that is. What about some kind? Oh, that's nice. Your body. I'm gonna say a phrase and then you repeat it in a different.
All right.
Your body
Your body
is a wonderland.
is a wonderland.
Oh, wow.
You know, these Canadians, they come over the border and they take all the jobs. You know, we're going to build a wall around Canada. French fries, cheese, and gravy. I believe they call it Putin.
Oh,
It's a food they like. And I can have Putin in my mouth all day. Make it sensual.
bing,
Make it
boom, yeah, bang. Would you ever wish to be the Dodgers Stadium organist?
I would love to do that.
Isn't she? Is it he or she? I don't know who it is,
I think
but
it's a he right now.
but it
I don't know.
was a woman for a long
But
time.
every stadium has it. But Dodgers, yeah.
The Dodgers
Yeah, wow.
person is so good. The little references and the little, very, very clever. So quick.
It's so quick, yeah. I love all the Nirvana stuff.
They do Nirvana?
I think I've heard Nirvana.
They do it all.
Can you play like
Dieter
Teen
Rule,
Spirit
that's
riff
his
like
name.
on their?
Yeah, I don't
Can
know.
you give me
I've
a
never
taste
tried
of
it. I'll figure it out
Down,
while
down.
in my
Tick,
head.
tick, ding, ding,
Oh, we should have
ding.
ran that on rehearsal. So.
Yeah, last
Now
night.
listen. Now quiet. Quiet, you. Give me a little.
Quiet, you.
Duet coming.
I thought you were going into a foghorn. Like, I said, quiet, sir.
Now, here's the thing.
Now pay attention, son.
The sensuality thing is going away.
Southern accents.
Yeah. They killed the vibe. I can do some voices too, by
I
the way.
know,
I just went
I
a
know.
different direction with my career.
Now here's the thing.
All right, let's do the monologue of the day. Can I get a little Tonight Show, please?
From who?
Whoever's got
on,
it.
I got
You
it.
guys
I got
seem
it. I
pretty
wasn't-
quick
yeah.
on the trigger back there.
Broadcasting live from Glendale, California. It's Office Hours Live.
Oh, hey, everybody. A lot of stuff going on in the news today. Apparently, I guess you saw this. Biden said the pandemic was over. Yeah, pandemic's over. I think there might have been a little confusion, though. There was a movie screening of a new movie coming out last night, and I think he was watching Don't Worry, Darling.
The media said what?
All right, moving along. The fundamental misunderstanding of the premise of that joke by people in this room earlier in the show, but I'm not going to dwell on it. You guys can do your own
I
research.
still don't understand it, but
Don't worry, darling.
don't worry.
Eric gets it. He's astute.
I just don't think Biden's much of a darling. That's I don't know.
Oh, that's his nickname in the Senate, Darlin' Joe.
He's
Wow, I have no idea.
the Washington darling.
There it is. That drummer feels like he's late to start the show. No, we're going.
Like he only gets the last two and the four. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just.
Yes. Yeah. They just jump right in. Whoa.
Okay.
Oh.
What's that?
I have a lot of different.
You just
Wow.
shut down his concept of that joke.
Oh, what
The
did
drummer
I do?
was just putting down his bong.
Inch by inch.
Sorry.
Inch by inch,
not
Vic is
listening.
moving closer and closer to the moment where he will physically kill me. He's trying to do it through
I was
body blows and little things here, but we're going to get to that day soon enough.
I honestly don't know what I did.
I don't either.
It's building up.
You can feel it in the room, right?
Yeah.
Tension is
I
bubbling.
blew it big time.
Ew, stinky.
Let's do the city of the day because these guys are here, and I want to give them a ton of time to get. Mark brought all these great toys with him. We're going to have toy time. I think you brought some toys.
I did bring toys.
Different kinds of
and
toys.
I noticed, I think your toys match my shoes.
Yeah, I'll give you this afterwards.
these
You
are
can
the-
have this.
Mark's got
My
his
keyboard.
He's got his Casio. He's got a Leslie
Wait, is this
speaker
showing
back
now?
there.
Is this showing?
That what
Yeah,
would you
we
call
got
that?
that
That's
up,
like a
yeah.
toy, right?
It's a keyboard. Foot pedal.
Unbelievable.
It's not doing anything at the moment, but we look forward to it doing something.
Yeah. It'll come on. I'm stuttering like Porky Pig.
It will be Money Mark. He's here. Wow.
I always am fascinated by the process by which things come to be what they are, and I wonder how much back in that original Warner Brothers Mel Blanc era, how much discussion ever even happened with any of these characters? Like, was it sort of just like first run, or was there like meetings about it? And like,
I think
don't know if Daffy would talk like that. Do you?
Right. I think it's just we're kind of just at the mercy of what Mel said was true. I know
Right.
he wrote a book, and I know a lot of people say some of that stuff is like absolutely 100% true, and then others say,
apocryphal.
Yeah, you know, like how he came up with the voice for Porky.
How was that?
He said, well, Warner Brothers asked me to go come up with a voice for Porky Pig. So I went out to the farm and I wallowed around in the mud with a bunch of pigs, and I noticed that they were grunting. If a pig could talk, he'd talk with a
grunt.
Right.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
Right.
And that's how I came up with the voice of Porky Pig.
Wow.
Now somebody would not allow that because it sometimes feels like it's a stutter, and that's a problem.
Yeah, how did you practice it? Did it like that thing? Like, how did you
look at me?
I know.
I just watch lots of television. That's all I do.
What I was trying to get to is the city of the day, and it is the city of the day. The city of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Dad.
The city of the day. The city of the day.
City of the Day.
You could say the city of the day is sponsored by.
The City of the Day is sponsored by
Tickle Tempers.
Tempters.
Tickle Tempters. Like to get tickled but too afraid to ask? Consider that problem solved with Tickle Tempters. These stylish shirts have custom holes cut into the ticklish areas of your body. Now it's easier than ever for fun fingers to tickle your sides, belly, and armpits. If someone sees you wearing your Tickle Tempter, they'll know that you crave the intoxicating thrill of an uplifting tickle. So get ready for some giggles and check this out. Tickle Tempters now come in pants with tickle holes in the inner thigh, and buttocks. Now you can spend your entire day laughing. Order now and Office Hours listeners get a free tube of tickling lubricant for quicker, slicker tickles. Just go to tickle.hole/probe and start laughing for once. Eric, I'm inspired by your presence, I must say. I think
I'm telling you, you're on fire.
I'm on fire. Let's find out who. I always say who is the city of the day, but let's find out where is the city of the day.
Mariah Klingerman, are you there?
Spent 5 hours making that jingle.
Here.
Oh wait, I just talked.
Doug made a jingle.
Let's hear it.
Tickle tempters make me laugh all day. Tickle tempters because I like to giggle.
Nice.
I spent 20 minutes on it.
I was gonna say, I think the project that you use to make jingles has a lot of the same settings.
Well, I had to make that one quick because I just arrived last night.
Yeah. Well,
Mariah's our host of the day.
Hi, how are you? Where are you calling from so you can provide us with the city of the day?
I am calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Ooh, I love Minneapolis, Minnesota. What do you got?
I just saw you there.
Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Just
Minneapolis.
saw you perform there a couple months ago.
What's that?
I just saw you perform here a couple of months ago.
Ah, in St. Paul at the.
Oh yes, it was in St. Paul. Yeah.
Technically in St. Paul, the Twin Cities, though, as we know
Right.
them. So,
Right.
The mini apple.
yes, the Minneapolis.
Yep.
That's a sort of a notable show. I don't know if I told this story, but I was suffering the residual effects of COVID. Of course, I was testing negative. Don't have any fear there. But you
Did
know,
you just give COVID to everybody?
no, but there was that like week after, kind of, I still had congestion, and I was singing every night, and I was like, my throat was kind of just still, you know, I was just had that kind of froggy voice, and we had one of these rock docs come, almost like Elvis had his Dr. Nick. I had one of these rock docs come. Well, it was just a doc. I mean, it was just a house call at the theater, and he was like, I'm trying to think of what that was in reference to.
It's as close as I get to a frog at the moment.
It's not a frog at all.
I have a frog.
It's a croak.
We don't need a frog. People know what frogs are and what frogs sound like.
Well, they sound cute.
They sound like this sometimes. Yeah.
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 Kermit.
Like Kermit the Frog, yeah.
That's that's a very sensitive one, right, for people, because Jim Henson is so.
He is.
But his son took over, right? John Henson, right?
You know, that I don't know. I only know.
Okay,
Steve
moving on.
Witwer.
You don't know the answer.
Go
We don't
back
need
to
to
the
speculate.
doctor. Going
Mark,
back to
do
the
you know
rock.
the answer to that?
John Henson.
No, I don't know the
All
answer.
right, we're moving on.
It's
Do you
true.
understand?
Yes,
We're not.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
This isn't a show where we just speculate about things.
I want to know about the rock doc because I
Yeah.
got that big needle.
Oh,
You know,
You
before
did?
you go on tour, you get this B
the
vitamin B
vitamin
shot.
No, I didn't
And
get
it's
that,
like
but
that.
I got steroid pills that I didn't. He was like, if you are really in pain, take these. I wasn't really in pain, but he goes, but here's this inhaler, and it'll help open up your sinuses. It'll help open up your throat and everything. And so I've never done it. I've never used an inhaler before. But so I did it like, I'm like, oh, I don't know if that worked. I'm gonna do it again. I did it like 3 times. And what I didn't know, that's got a kick to it.
Yes, it does.
Big kick. No one told me that. Doc didn't tell me that. But so I get out. I don't know if you could feel it on stage, but I was on fucking fire. Like, we probably cut 5 minutes off the set by me playing everything faster.
And your stand-up set was real fast that night.
Yeah, I was like, when I get up, I don't want to do another band again. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it, all right! Like, that was my energy.
So you're like, you're just
Out of
basically
my
on speed.
I was on speed.
Wow.
But was it a good show nonetheless?
Oh, absolutely. I could not tell that you were under the weather or anything.
Oh, good.
I don't think anybody could tell.
No, I mean, the adrenaline also works really well for that. I find adrenaline is. I have a shot of adrenaline
Every day. Every day.
But
Where's that inhaler right now?
yeah, I have it upstairs. I only did it that night, and then I did it one other night. But then I was like, no, I don't need this. I have natural energy given to me by God Himself.
I found
Anything
the frog.
else you want to chime in on or report on or speculate about?
I suppose I do have one stupid pun, really amateur pun, if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah, I think so. You want to take a quick vote? Doug?
Yeah.
In? Vic?
I'm
In?
all
100%.
Always,
I'm in.
always a yes.
Pun it.
As long as it's quick.
All right.
Pun it over
All
to
right.
us.
So I've been in the Army for maybe 10 years or so, and I was.
Thank you for your service.
I was deployed. I was deployed a couple years ago, and I was in a really unfortunate situation where I lost a limb. And when I got home, my son was just absolutely terrified, and he was like, "I really don't want you to go back to the Army." And I told him, "Don't be afraid of the Army, son."
Don't be afraid of the Army, son.
Wait, what?
Fred Armisen.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thank you for your service.
Okay.
We love the troops. Look.
Yep.
How about Biden? He's always
That's
whispering.
it.
Look. Hey. You done what you could.
I wasn't really in the Army, obviously.
I'm not kidding.
Do you have a son?
I'm not kidding. I'm not
No, I don't have a son.
Oh, so
I'll
this
say
whole
it
thing's a
again.
lie. Okay.
Wow.
Well, good for you.
Just like having pun.
Yes.
That's it.
Matt, we do. Yes, continue.
Sorry, I'm about to leave for a road trip tomorrow with the destination being LA, and I'm wondering if there's anything like a restaurant or something that's I can't miss.
Mark, you got LA Rex?
LA's closed, right?
Yeah, we shut the borders this morning due to
Oh, okay.
emergency.
That's too bad.
Emergency that I guess I've been told we're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah. We
You
all
gotta check
have-
out
We
Del.
got the
we're
text
all-
this morning.
We're all getting sent inhalers.
Yeah.
and we can't leave the city.
Oh God.
Del Taco is good. You should check that.
Del Taco.
Del Taco.
Del
Okay.
Taco's
There's a few
great.
locations around town.
I've heard In-N-Out is pretty good.
The first time I was here, Tim took me to In-N-Out. That was our big date. Remember that?
Yes.
Oh, you can surf
Awesome.
and snowboard in the same day.
Oh yes, yes.
That's a cool thing you can do.
Yeah, that is cool. You can do that.
Love that.
What's your rec?
Portos. You got the Cuban bakery. Portos.
I've heard
a lot
that
of
name
fun.
before, actually.
Portos.
Yeah.
Go to
Potato
Griffith
balls.
Park and go see the old carousel, and then walk up the hill more and see the old monkey cages, and you can walk through the vintage monkey cages
Yeah.
from the
Is that-
original
you know about
show.
I know about the
never seen it?
carousel, but not about
No,
that.
it's
They weren't
cool.
specifically monkey cages.
They were.
Well,
yeah.
there was a bunch of cages there.
Well, I know, but I could tell the
And
footprints.
then I heard
were
Randy
theirs.
Newman's taking people on that tour from his video.
Oh yeah,
I love that
right.
one.
You
Yeah.
could recreate
In that same car.
You could recreate that with Randy.
Yeah, it's like $10,000 or something.
Well, all the food at LAX is great if you just want to stick around there when you arrive.
She's road tripping.
Qdoba.
Good to know.
Qdoba.
Qdoba.
Check out the Hollywood Walk of
There's
Fame.
Taco Truck
That's really
Wahoo
nice.
Tacos?
Taco Truck Wars, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you should go see the Hollywood sign, though, right? You can see that from a lot of places, but you got to see it when.
Yeah.
This is the first time here, so you got to.
Yeah, I've never been there. So.
I'm going to give you the
Tourist
address
stuff.
to Matt Carlin's house, and you could go there
That'll
and
take
see how he
Okay.
lives. He's got a very tidy house.
Best view of the Hollywood sign.
You should be expecting me then.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Good luck.
What is
Thank
your?
you so much.
Do you have an activity of the day?
Yes, road trip.
Okay, there it is.
Road trip, I guess, would be, or folding your laundry.
There you go.
That's one of the oblique strategies.
All right.
Should we pull another
you never
card?
do.
Pull another activity
Pull
of the day.
another
I
one.
got an activity of the day.
What is it, Vic?
All right, it is to when you get up in the morning, right when you wake up, you chug a big thing of water. It'll help you throughout the day. I was going to do that now, actually in honor of my new catchphrase.
Whoa.
Sip catchphrase.
All right. Well, this is perfect.
I'm going to chug it and then you read as you.
All right.
I'm going to chug it as you read it.
Ask people to work against their better judgment.
There it is.
That alley
Now, can you
river
stop
water.
drinking now, please? Would you please stop drinking?
Oh, wow.
It's going.
That LA river water tastes good.
It'll feel better. It'll make your skin look better. Trust
I used
me.
to.
wow.
I tell you, I used to live
Carl?
in Atwater. I used to live right by the river there, and we used to walk the dog along the river there and stuff. And I swear to God, I saw this with my two own eyes. These boys right here, these beautiful boys, looking at them. These recorded the following incident and then stored in my brain forever.
Oh, no.
I swear to Christ, it happened. I'm walking my dog along, and I see a guy down by the river with a big gulp style cup. Whoop.
No.
Drink.
Oh.
And I wanted to poke these boys out. And if you don't know, folks, the LA River is a river by the very loosest of definitions.
One step above a sewage treatment plant.
It's just a runoff from the valley, basically. I don't lie on this show. I don't make up tall tales like Mel Blanc.
Yep. There was a gentleman by the LA River.
Yeah.
Who took a big gulp.
Yeah.
One swoop.
And that's how he started talking like this, is the LA River water.
Eric, do you do Yaki Duck by any chance?
Who the fuck
Or
is
Yaki? No,
Yaki?
Yaki Doodle. Yaki Doodle.
What the fuck is this?
Yaki Doodle.
Do you want to hear
look
Yaki?
at
Do you want
me.
to hear Yaki Doodle?
Let's hear it. I don't know if I'm familiar with this character.
Oh. That's like a.
That's a
Do you
hard
do
one.
duck-based voices?
I do, yes, Daffy, which to me is Richard Dreyfuss with a lisp.
It really is.
It really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I
It's
ask
not
a
going to be a
question?
hot meal for some shark, Mayor Vaughn.
I got a question about Daffy. Is Daffy a word? Is it a word? Like silly?
Yeah.
Daffy.
And
Daffy,
why,
yeah.
I've never heard it used before. And
Really?
We
Well,
got to
you're
bring
daft.
Daffy into the vocabulary.
And bring it back.
Because you're not 85 years old.
Yeah, but we got to. It's time for new words for silly.
Like I feel like I hear like every duck sound, and there's always like that like slur, and they're like, "What is that about?"
I guess it's because they don't have lips. They only have like the bill of a hat for lips.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, speaking of ducks,
Oh, that makes okay. That
speaking
makes
of ducks,
sense.
he is a regular caller to the show, but I think it's appropriate more than ever, perhaps, more than it's ever been, to bring Duck onto the show very quickly to say hi. I want you guys to meet Duck.
All right.
Duck.
I am offended.
Oh.
I'm offended here.
Duck.
That we don't have to have a list. We don't got to be wacky.
Daffy.
We can be. Who are what?
Daffy.
Daffy.
Yeah, you
Continue.
yeah, Doug derailed the show quickly.
Damn chicken, quiet.
Now listen,
I.
you're offended
What?
that Eric over here, and I mean not Eric, he's just doing a voice from that has been established for many years, but that there's this sort of lispy kind of aspect to the character. You and other ducks are quite offended by that. Is that what you're kind of suggesting?
Yeah. And you know, people are like, ducks can't have teeth, but I do. You know,
True.
I'm my own duck. What?
Duck, are you offended that they didn't get a real duck to voice Daffy Duck?
I could get canceled.
Yeah.
No, this is not.
That's speciesism.
Yeah.
This is why you brought me on the
See,
show.
Speciesism.
to get
It's all
canceled.
coming out here.
Speciesism.
Speciesism.
You know, I think that we're making progress. We're making progress.
Yeah,
Things
we
are
have you on the
getting
show.
better.
This is a.
This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, look at me. I'm here. Hello. With my crystal clear pipes.
Yeah,
No
it's true. I
less-
don't hear any kind of
No,
thing going on.
no,
with
no.
that.
This is a blah blah blah. This is a blah blah. No, I can't even do that. Even if I tried, can't do it.
Okay, well, thanks, Duck. And you want to? You don't need
you.
to apologize, but if
I'm
you,
so sorry, Duck. My sincerest,
All right, see ya. Eric,
sincerest
you're amazing.
apologies. Thank you.
bye, bye, Duck. Bye, bye, Duck. Bye, bye, you bird.
Hello, poultry.
Hello. I was listening to this is very LA specific, but I thought it was kind of funny that the sheriffs, there's two sheriffs debating each other. Did you listen to any of that?
Yeah, I did.
Do you have thoughts about that?
Yeah. I don't know. Two cops fighting.
Yeah. But the guy that's in there now is Villanueva, I think his name is. He seems like a rat. He kind of comes across as a little, kind of just a sour apple.
Two sheriffs of the same town?
Well, they're running for the sheriff of LA County,
Oh,
which is a
okay.
huge. It's probably a more powerful
There was a
position
debate
than mayor.
last night, I think.
Be a new sheriff in town.
But
That's right.
I'm not going to get into the debate or the politics of it. But they were asked what their favorite TV show is, which is
That's
important to
telling.
know.
Yeah.
They both. I don't know how this could possibly happen in the modern world. They both said their favorite show is The Big Bang Theory.
Wow.
Like, I didn't hear it. Somebody told me this. I can only assume it's true. I don't know why somebody would make that up. But what was it? We should get audio of that. Because
I know.
was the other guy just being like, yeah, fucking Big Bang Theory. Who cares? Yeah. Of
course,
that's good.
Someone asked him, the one guy, like, what do you read? And
What's his
your
favorite book?
favorite book? And of course, the Bible is his favorite
The
book.
Bible.
The Big Bang
That's why you
Bible.
want to have it in there.
Whoever
Big
went
Bang
first,
Bible.
whoever went first, I would have said what they said too. You know, just
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
because
sense.
then it takes.
They should have been
sides,
forced to
right?
say it at the same time. Though.
Yeah. Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory. No issues with that.
There we go.
There it is.
That'd be cool if they said cops.
Cops.
Yeah.
Cops, of course.
Chips.
Chips, cops.
Law and Order.
Whoever cleans the alley river first, I'll vote for them.
Yeah.
Or chugs a big gulp.
Chuck's a big gulp challenge.
All right, let's take another call.
Gross.
Can actually before we do that, can we just talk about this Skinner stuff? real
Yes,
quick?
sorry. Yes, please, Matt,
Real
take it
quick.
over. Let me catch my breath a little bit,
Yes.
and you can take over this announcement.
Last week on the show, Skinner, the great artist, painted these two paintings. Wes, can you bring them up? Live on the air, and you have a chance to win them in a raffle. There's instructions in the description. If you donate to the International Rescue Fund and send us your receipt at officeourslive@gmail.com, you'll be entered in a raffle to win. So check it out.
There
If
are
you're a Skinnerhead, they're very cool.
There are so many
Happy
people
Carl?
stranded on desert islands, and this group, the International Rescue Fund, is out there searching for them. We have Robinson Crusoe, the Gilligan's Island Gang, the Swiss Family
Are they
Robinson.
still missing?
They're all missing, and this rescue fund is doing great work. They just found Gilligan.
Oh.
Yeah, they've rescued
Wow.
Gilligan and the rest.
Thank
Not
God.
all of them were still alive.
Some of them were eaten.
Well, some of them just died of natural causes.
Mr. Howell for sure.
Oh, you got to be able to do him. That's
Jim Backus.
Jim
right?
Backus.
Right, lovey. That's it.
That's all he got.
That's all
But
I
he was
got.
also the voice of Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo.
Oh wow, that's right.
Eric, I have a question. How did you early on? What was your first like gig? Doing.
I started as an animator. I was gonna say I could draw for you right now.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
do it all?
I'm not gonna be able to create something like that.
Yeah, we don't want to do that every show. You know what I mean?
No. You got to spread it out a bit. But yeah, I was like the janitor at an animation studio, and then I started drawing and editing and stuff, and then I started doing scratch dialogue. The old.
And
And then they're like, "Wow, this is better
pretty
than
good."
the."
I was doing a Ricardo Montalban impression for a television show. Kirk. Fantasy Island. Tattoo, bring these bags to their room. And for whatever reason, they couldn't get someone to do that. Nickelodeon tried desperately not to hire me, but then they had to.
What do you mean they tried desperately not to hire
Like,
you?
who is this guy?
Right.
You were better than whoever they wanted to hire, right?
They had, I mean, Tom Kenny. Tom Kenny, Carlos Alazraki. There's so many great people out there, and but they ended up settling on me, and I'm so thankful for that, and I'm still here.
So where are the Looney Tunes at these days? Are there new episodes that come out? Is there movies and stuff? I don't keep up with it.
Yeah, well, it's all out there. They did another Space Jam.
Right.
The sequel, I guess, or it's a reboot.
And you're in that.
I was, yes.
Yeah, you're the voices of all the...
Daffy, Porky...
Marvin the Martian, isn't that lovely, Earth creature?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I enjoy Office Hours Live, but it blocks my view of Venus. Therefore, I shall have to blow it up.
Porky, Foghorn, Elmer.
Holy crow.
But yeah.
Holy crow.
Can you do tattoo?
No.
I mean, it's tough. There's some things that I just never.
That was good, though.
Ricardo Montalban in that Star Trek 2, though. That's the best
yeah.
ever. That is the best, right?
But naked Kirk.
I shall avenge you.
Yeah.
He's all ripped. He's got these big boobs. And what is he? It's like, we need you to start lifting.
You got ripped for that movie.
Yeah.
Space. I'm in the gym.
Cold. Jim. I do. I mean, I'm obsessed with that movie. That might be my favorite movie, Star Trek 2.
Pretty darn good one.
Jim.
Be obsessed.
I like
I've
to
done it
see
many
him in the
times.
gym working out.
Yeah.
If you do weights in space, it's like really easy.
Right. Weights in space.
Weights in space.
All right, I want to do something now. I want to talk about Mark's Toys. Mark, do you want to give us a little toy tour?
Do we have toy tour music?
You should be providing that. Yes,
We can give you some toy tour.
All this stuff. Oh well, not this thing, but I kind of found on the side of the street. I found this speaker that spins.
That's a
that's
like
a Leslie.
a little baby Leslie speaker.
Plug her in.
Spin.
There she goes. I'm going to start getting dizzy.
Yeah, so it's like.
Can we ask? So, what is that in front? Is that the microphone sort of in front of it?
That's like a motor.
Oh, that's the motor. But so, how is that being mic'd? Is there a mic inside
There's
of
a
it?
mic down below. See,
Down below.
And there's a speaker inside
speaker's
there.
down below, and the speaker isn't actually spinning the sound.
The sound
Right.
is being.
Through this thing, and then this is like a little Casio keyboard down there that I packed into and put this, and I'm using it as like foot.
Are each one of those triggers going into a different input there, and you've assigned notes to them?
Yeah, just soldered wires.
Unbelievable.
Into each of those.
Well, let me just. I assume you're a household name with certainly my audience, but just to interrupt the Mark Toys, Mark's Toy Tour, and you have more, but I want to contextualize you. Beastie Boys is the big one. When did you connect with them? Let me just. Sorry, you understand.
Well,
I'm not good at this.
Similar to our buddy Eric here, I was working at a set company, Cenabar.
Were you the Beastie Boys janitor? And then.
Yes.
Full-time janitor.
I had the most. I had the best equipment.
No, you were saying you were working.
But
at a set?
I was working at a set company on the Hollywood Center studio lot.
Okay.
Pee Wee's Playhouse was on this lot.
wow.
And I wasn't assigned to it fully 100%, but every once in a while, Mr. Rubin would want a special little piece, and I'd get assigned.
Not
to
Rick
like,
Rubin, but Paul Rubin.
Paul Rubin.
The sandwich?
And then from there, I would drive home to the 101, and right between the studio and the 101 freeway was a little studio, Delicious Vinyl, and that's how I met everybody.
Well, but just
I
by
would
driving
stop,
by.
I would stop there. I would stop there and go smoke a joint with those guys.
Wow.
Because I knew
but-
Mario was working there.
Were you doing music?
No, I wasn't doing music. I was just hanging out.
It's a clove cigarette.
So you knew Mario. That's your in.
I
was
quit
Mario.
clothes in the 80s.
Poor Jeff Ross.
Yeah, I knew
you saw
I knew Mario. But so then when the Beasties came to town, they needed someone to fix a gate that they crashed into at the rental. And I got called, and that's how I met them.
Crazy.
Because you can fix a gate.
But were you a musician?
I was also a musician.
You were always a
yes.
musician.
I was always a musician. I was like a session person.
What's the first record you appear on them? Is it Check Your Head or
For the Beastie
Paul's
Boys?
Boutique?
Yes.
Okay, for the Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys. But I was hanging out during the Paul's Boutique time, and that was really.
So you're just kind of You're just kind of hanging back, observing, being a cool guy.
Yeah,
smoking and chilling, weed,
filling bogs. Yeah, filling bogs.
packing bowls,
packing bowls, bowling.
And then they go, all right, in this next record, why don't you come in and play some?
No, we need to build our own studio because we lost so much dang money on the Paul's Boutique thing because of the samples, right?
Right.
So they were like,
And that wasn't a
we're out of
huge
money.
hit, was it? The Paul's Boutique. It was kind of like
No, it was very lukewarm, and they didn't tour, so you know.
Okay.
Did they?
It was
did they
critically
get-
acclaimed,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
Sorry.
definitely.
Oh, no,
right now, it
critically
is like
acclaimed. It was
probably
like
it's in the top
it set
five.
a benchmark for
And it led
Oh,
the
that's right.
it created the path forward about using actual. Well, they probably thinking we can't keep doing all this sample stuff.
Yeah,
we got to
their
generate our
accountant
own
was
thing.
their accountant was like, you can't do this anymore. You got to change it up.
Yeah.
So, building a studio and buying gear, and I had collected all of this gear, as you can see. Like I just collect musical instruments, and I brought all of that into this space in Atwater Village.
Yeah, yeah.
And built the studio, and bam, it all happened.
And you're
Right
there making Check Your Head.
Swinging a hammer, swinging on the organ.
And show so back to the toy tour.
Yeah.
Show me the record scratch machine.
Oh, the record scratch machine.
And then the radio thing. Those are the two big toys that I
those are
absolutely
two little
is going to blow brains. And we're giving a lot of secrets away here.
You think it's going to blow brains? Now, I don't know the camera angle here, but here.
I think we're good.
I'll put it up here.
Yeah, we can see.
Our cinematographer will adjust if need be.
Yeah, no, we can see it well right there.
Okay, so this is the little Felix
Secret box.
Secret box.
Now I'm a little ignorant to hip hop technique, so maybe people are gonna be like, "Duh," but I'm
This isn't anything.
Oh, you don't know that Bob Dylan record where he? No.
That's where hip hop started, man. With Subterranean Homesick Blues. Don't tell me any different.
First the electric guitar, then he started scratching.
Yeah.
So the idea of scratching, it's like the record and the needle. So I took a cassette player. Is this realistic?
It's very realistic.
You can hear it.
That's the Radio Shack brand, right?
Yeah, that's right. I love that Radio Shack stuff. And so I took the recording head, playback head there, and then I put a piece of cassette, some broken cassette, and I taped it on there. And
Thank you for your mic awareness.
Mark, what is on that tape that you chose?
I don't know. I think it was a Love and Rockets tape that I accidentally stepped on.
So it's just it's just a random thing, right?
That does the trick. It's so cool. What is the red thing? What is?
Oh, that's just like a piece of felt, so
Right.
that the tape can
Gets a
have
little
some
tension there.
Yeah, exactly.
You mix that in with some freestyling, and you got yourself Check Your Head. All right, now show me the other one.
Not 5, not 4, not 2, just 3.
Now this sound, I think, you find a lot on Check Your Head and
this thing is
probably what's an ill communication.
Well, this is what a DJ would actually pull this off. So
We got here
on a mixer. On a mixer, there's like there's a one switch that you can just
Cuts it on and off?
yeah.
Yeah.
And you would like do this kind of terminating rhythm. So I use this kind of as a little demo, and I can save
So
batteries.
even if there's an emergency, you can still do
if
this.
I'm on that island, that you're
Gilligan's
talking
Island.
about,
When the big one hits,
I'm
you're
going to
still
join that
doing it.
rescue.
You can still DJ.
On that, the rescue team needs to have a break and
You got to have a DJ.
just entertainment. And so like, oh yeah, here we go. So let's turn it on here. Oh wow, what's happening here?
Do you want me to
Get
crank
your,
it? while
get
you-
your,
All right,
yeah. You might have to give it more of a spin.
I can keep spinning it.
Oh, it's
while-
because the light's on.
Oh yeah, it's just draining it right away.
Because I was on that rescue mission. I needed that
This is
light.
why I asked you to come to rehearsal last night.
You saved those soccer players.
My grandma was sick. Oh yeah. I heard there's a movie being made on that.
There it is.
Where's that beat?
And you
Vic?
can also be sending telegrams.
You
While
got to give him
you're
that
at it,
beat, Vic.
Yeah.
This was the most important piece of
too. Yeah,
equipment.
give him
on
a
that
beat.
rescue.
Give him something fun to. Like the most non-rhythmic beat you
I
can
know, I
find.
can't wait.
And that's it.
There we go.
There it is. It's wild to me.
Yeah.
It's wild to me thinking about making all that stuff back then when there's no Pro Tools, there's no MIDI. You guys are building it and
all
you're putting it on
analog.
tape. There's no screens to look at.
I
They-
mean, I
they
took a
did-
lot of cues from Lee Perry.
Yeah.
They did a lot of Check Your Head. I mean, Paul's Boutique on a computer, though, right? Didn't they?
Yeah,
kind of
Paul's
assemb-
Boutique
but it
was, no. There weren't many live instruments. Maybe there were a couple, but
You're saying a computer?
that was all No, that was all samples, and then
But
kind of
they kind of had
like
to
a
use a computer.
digital audio was
Digital,
like
yeah.
just coming in.
Right, they early
Pro Tools, which was Digidesign, which was like a movie editing thing,
Right.
right? And they'd use the audio part of that.
Oh, cool. They used the movie editing software for that?
Well, that's what Pro Tools came from, movie editing. Because when you're editing the movie, right, you got the sound.
you got the
below,
sound.
So they used the sound
and
to cut.
look, sound and vision.
Yeah, that was a fun. That was a fun time.
All right, let's take a. Could there be a hotline caller? Could there? Be?
Absolutely.
Let's take a hotline.
412. You're live on the air.
412 call in.
And I press
412.
the music or the YouTube.
412. Are you there?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
We
412.
owe millions in sample rights.
yeah.
We're currently $250 million in debt
Wow.
from
The
the
budget.
samples.
So the next album will be a hit. The next podcast will be a hit. Where's 402?
All right. Let's try 619. 619. You're
That's
live
New
on the air.
Jersey. Hello.
what?
619.
hear you.
Hello.
Hey, I'm here. Hey, sorry, I'm using my my
Just
phone
quiet.
headphones again.
What are you saying? I'm trying to hear you over the chaos. Literally.
Sorry, I'm using my Carlos Santana headphones again.
All right.
No, but I wanted to know if that guy could do the cow and chicken voices.
The guy.
That
guy. All right, Money Mark, you're on.
What are you saying?
No, not Money
Cow
Mark.
and
That's really
chicken voices.
Cow and Chicken, voiced by Charlie Adler. Those were very hard voices to do. I don't know if I've ever tried.
Who is this?
Cartoon Network. I guess this is like the last years of Hanna-Barbera. This is like before Hanna-Barbera got turned into a gym, 24-hour fitness. It's on Cahuenga Boulevard.
really?
Yeah.
So they had Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, Cow and Chicken. They even had a Dumb and Dumber cartoon. Like it didn't look like Jim Carrey or Jeff Daniels, but it was the characters. But I think Cow and Chicken kind of sounded like.
Yeah, no, just interrupt whenever you want.
He said, "No, just do it. Just do it."
I guess a cow kind of sounded like this, and the chicken was kind of like this.
And I think
These are cartoon characters
Yeah.
no one knows.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a hard
Crazy.
one, man.
Yeah.
Those are hard. Charlie Adler, he's a great voice director.
Here's the thing. I have a what they call a truth. Matt, can you see this in our text thread? This one I sent the other day. Can you put this up on the screen?
A truth.
Yes.
Maybe,
By caller. Thanks for the
Who would you like? I don't want you to do this as Trump. I want you to do this as who? Larry Fine?
Larry Fine.
No, I'm thinking
Or,
like Bugs or Porky.
Sure. Well, you take a quick
maybe
read.
Elmer Fudd, maybe.
Elmer Fudd?
Okay. Oh yeah. It's a little cut off.
It's cut off. You got to zoom out there.
Jesus Christ.
That's Wes. Can you zoom out at all on his monitor?
Okay, let's see.
no,
Will
unfortunately.
Donald Trump. White power.
There we go.
A small step for television, a giant step for mankind. Don Lemon. Don Lemon, often called the dumbest man on television, having made even LeBron James look smart.
And I'm wearing LeBron's right now.
Wow.
During the interview 2 years ago, has been fired from his primetime evening spot on CNN. Extremely low ratings. Very, very low. Low. So low, they're very quiet. And will be thrown into their Death Valley morning show. I assume this means a big salary cut prior to his complete and total future firing from ratings challenge.
Yeah, this is a terrible sentence. I assume this means a big salary cut prior to his complete and total future firing from ratings challenge, to put it mildly, CNN.
Good luck, Don. You'll need it. MAGA.
Good gracious.
This is what this weirdo's thinking about.
Wow.
Weirdo. That's enough. He's just watching cable news all day.
It's
So,
if you ask me, it's poetry.
Yeah.
You know, it's like jazz.
It is like jazz.
A little bit like jazz. It's a little bit like jazz.
It's a little bit like jazz. Like, we used to have jazz musicians on my shows. Like, we used to do them. We used to have Wynton Marsalis, Boom Bing. Woo. We used to bring them on. I made my character OBGYN for undisclosed reasons. Listen. Another Zoomer, please.
All right, let's
Still talking to Mark, though. We are still in conversation.
We are? Oh, wow.
We are still talking
Oh,
music.
wow.
Give us.
I'm thinking about Death Valley because after that thing right there, I don't know why.
Is this corny?
Yeah,
is this obnoxious? But play a riff that you're associated with that the audience will immediately go, oh.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it on this particular keyboard here.
Switch.
You gotta turn to Leslie on.
That I'm associated with.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's do this.
I know
Let's
one.
try this. Let's try
I know
this
one.
one. Let's try this one. Let's try this one.
Woo!
Where it's
Look at that. Where it's at. I can't tell you. That Odelay record, when that,
Oh my God.
I was a fan. I knew I was like a fan of Beck from the Loser song. I was like, yeah, this guy's cool. Fucking loser, but. But that's like the first record that I can remember being excited about it coming out, because there was quite a bit of hype. I think
that's good.
Rolling Stone was, and it was deemed this like very important piece of work, and just being blown the fuck away by that record.
It's when we were still listening to albums,
Yeah.
front to back.
Yeah.
Hello Nasty came out that year too.
Wow.
Of course.
My Push the Button record came out that year, and it was like a big year for all of the that crew.
Was there was some Beck Beastie Boys like commingling, or is it?
Yeah, there was. I mean, on the Huero album, he sampled "So What You Want" to make a couple songs, right?
And where was that? Where did you guys do Odelay?
Odelay was done in Silver Lake at the Dust Brothers
the one
house.
that looks like a ship.
The one that looks like a ship.
No. Up in the hills at the Dust Brothers house.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that ship is the Dust Brothers studio.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Urban
Flea
myth,
sold
urban
it to
Beck had it.
Tim Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
Tim has it now.
But you were just on that as a session guy.
Yeah, actually, when you listen to the that song, where it's at the very, go to the very end, and there's this crazy organ solo.
That's you on that.
Yeah.
Shit.
So you got paid $250, and that there's a
We
monster
don't
hit,
talk
and
those
then that's
numbers. We
it.
don't talk
No, I got
numbers
some
here.
pressed. I got some pressed juice.
Well,
no, I got some grass shots.
Oh,
I love that shit. Yeah.
good.
I mean,
I'd rather have that than
the
money.
fact you were not. I mean, you were to some degree, you could say, behind the scenes of these artists, but I knew who you were. Like the word got out that there was this guy who was making it sing and making it musical and melodic. And that's what
it's all by design, really. Like to stay back.
Well, they gave you a lot of
think-
shout outs too, the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, you know.
And you
that's
toured.
cool.
You toured with them and played with them live. Yeah,
like every show.
Yeah.
For like many years.
Yeah.
And Sabotage on Letterman.
Sabotage.
That
We should
is
look up
most
that. I'd love to
legendary.
see.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Letterman.
remember
And there's
that
a
video
Live
too.
Aid one. I think it's Live Aid. Yeah, I was like, there's here's a good story. Sabotage. This is the only note I
You just
play,
hold
the
that
whole
note.
song.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So I just hold that note. So I was able to jump around. And then the break, when Adam's doing his thing, I would run around the stage, fly directly into my keyboards, and fly over my keyboards.
Oh my god.
Well, anyway,
And they
it's
were all
online.
playing
You'll see it online.
They were playing like as a band in that period.
That was fun.
Jeez, good times, huh? Good times.
There
I
was
saw you guys.
basketball and lattes. And
I'll tell you what. I think I've told this story, so I won't tell the whole thing. But I saw
There it
Lollapalooza
is.
with
Look.
you and Smashing Pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have
what
been there?
city?
Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
That
Philly.
fucked me up.
That was a crazy
I was on-
fucking show.
Yeah, and that was like one of those
crazy
things where
show.
people are like, "You got to move back. People are getting hurt up
Right.
here." It was like one of those.
They didn't
deals.
perfect the barricade yet.
No.
Right? Like, so people were going over and.
But I was
shit
so far back.
Kind of chaos.
I was so far back. One of the guys said, you guys got to back up, and people did. But that became this like tsunami towards me.
Oh wow!
Like 5 minutes later, we're just like, whoa, and I was high, and it was very brain breaking day.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you had fun.
But I did.
I'm glad you
I did
didn't.
not. I did not.
Glad you
I'll be
didn't.
fully honest with you.
Terrifying.
Well, there was something very like aggressive and kind of scary about the Beastie Boys in some ways for a festival.
Well, the purple beanie.
There you are.
Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Paul Schaefer's standing right behind me, trying to tickle me.
I'm gonna
He is.
tickle you.
Did Schaefer jam along?
You're
Schaefer
only
got in
playing
on
that
the jam,
one
right?
note. What?
Did Schaefer get in on the jam, right?
He tried to. He was like, if
He's
you
like-
watch the clip, he's like trying to get in.
Can I play that note?
Yeah. You're only
The funniest thing, and this is so subtle, but I remember this when you see something, it just sticks with you forever.
Here he is. Yeah.
There's Schaefer's arm.
A hand.
There was that band Mr. Big. Remember the
Oh,
band
yeah.
Mr. Big? I'm the one who wants to be with you. So anyways, they were on Letterman. And I guess they had like not the full band. I don't know. It was one of those where like Paul's band was playing with them fully in it. And Paul's really I'm the one who wants to be with you. And after the song, I think Dave just sensed how lame it all was, And it was just at the end going like, hey, Paul Schaefer. Paul Schaefer thinks he's in Mr. Big now. It was so mean.
Called him on it.
Yeah, just call him on. I wonder if we could find that clip. It's just so cutting.
He's leaving the show, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Schaefer, part of Mr. Big now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everyone sees the Norm Macdonald's David Letterman impression.
Oh,
It's
man.
insane.
It's so good.
Want a cracker? Like he'll just find that weird thing that Dave would do.
Rosie.
You got to go?
Hi, Rosie.
Somebody.
Rosie, gonna take a gulp of water?
Some of
Please,
that LA River
somebody.
water.
I don't think we're on the air at the moment. We're just hanging out. Is that what that's what it feels like, right?
Forgot that there's a show happening.
Let's take a Zoomer here, Matt. Anybody you're dying to hear from? We got a couple here.
Joe Cart wants a little advice. Ooh. Sorry.
Somebody's holding up a Check Your Head CD.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Check your head.
We talked to that guy last week. He had nothing to say.
Oh my God!
Oh,
wow. Lordy!
Wow.
Joe Cart. We've all seen the Check Your Head album. Joe
Check
Cart
your
needs
mouth.
some advice.
Joe Cart.
He's got a hand up.
He's got a
Hey,
framed with
2021 Zoomer of the Year here. How are you guys doing? I need some advice.
That's right. He's an Emmy award-winning
On
Zoomer.
that painting? Oh, sorry.
You're almost done.
Whoa. I'm officiating a wedding this weekend, non-religious affiliated, and I need maybe some do's and don'ts, what to say. I really haven't fleshed it out yet. So
That's not really your
any good
responsibility.
advice?
The responsibility is on the bride and groom to provide you with what they want, how they want it to go. You're just doing them a favor.
Here's what you do. You keep it short. You just
Keep
say
it
you
short.
say barely anything.
Yeah.
You say the bare minimum.
Yeah, bare minimum.
Like the people watching just want to get on with their day.
That's
Matt,
right.
I officiated your wedding.
That's true.
Whoa.
Really?
And what did I say? I don't remember.
We wrote it for you.
Yeah, you
very much
provided
did.
it for
There you
me.
go.
I'm just looking at cue cards.
Yeah.
Did I
You think
almost
you're
drop
off
the
book.
ring or something?
You did drop the ring at one
Yes,
point.
Tim.
And it was on a deck and it was close.
Yeah, it was a deck with the slots in it. So it's like,
Have you been given no direction? Like what to?
Pretty limited direction.
You got to push it back on them.
who are these people to
There's-
you?
There's do's and don'ts, but don't do the.
They're dead to me after Saturday. That's who they are.
Oh,
They're what?
Oh, whoa!
they're dead
You
to
said who
me.
they are. They're dead to me after Saturday.
I'm a serious guy.
Seasons are changing.
Wait, who are they to you?
Yeah, who are
Friends.
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 they? Oh, okay.
Well, you call them after the show today, after you're done listening to the entire show today. By the way, we go 2 hours. If you're listening now live, you're getting a free show. But after, we put it behind the paywall. So join patreon.com/officehours live. Like and subscribe, everything, right?
Is that what you want me to say? for
After
wedding?
this, you call them and say, "Hey, can I get a little direction here?"
Yeah.
Like, go online.
Let's get them
and-
on the phone right now. Let's get them on this right.
Let's
now.
do it. Can
Do
you
it up.
Can you do that?
How about
I don't know
get
how
them
to- I
on
don't
the
know how to-
phone
I don't-
after the break? Get them.
I don't know, Matt. I
Okay.
don't want to return to this.
That's fair.
You should talk about the famous divorces of history.
At least can I get a first line, maybe an idea for the first thing to say?
We have another guy here with a joke in the Zoom. You can
Oh,
borrow
great.
his joke. One
Okay,
short
perfect.
joke. How about that?
Wonderful.
You could say
Thank
hello,
you.
welcome.
Hey guys.
We are gathered here today. Take the shit from Princess Bride. Peter.
Oh yeah, just do that.
Oh, yeah.
Say
Say
this.
Exactly.
Peter's cooked.
Perfect.
I have a line.
Marriage is what brings us together. Right?
That's it.
I have a good line he could say.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
I know it's non-religious, but
How can this be possible?
Logan, you seem to be happily paired with somebody. Maybe you can move this show along. Good luck, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Logan. Logan.
Hey
boy.
guys, how's it going?
Thank you.
Good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
yes, we
Hey,
can.
we're doing great. We're calling you from Paris, France right now.
Oh! Give us a little Pepe Le Pew.
Yes, I have been cancelled because of obvious reasons. I'm a little touchy-feely.
Yeah, inappropriate.
Yes.
Is he canceled?
He's just been erased.
He's been erased. Cartoons get erased.
Hey Tim, I got a SNL pun if you want to hear it.
Always.
All right. So I had my Slavic friend come and visit the other day, and we had a bunch of guys over. It's kind of like a frat initiation. We play a game every once in a while, and I wanted him to play. So we get everybody around in a circle, right? And I'm explaining him the rules. I said, look, man, so everyone here it's kind of like Duck, Duck, Goose. Everybody has hair. There's one guy with no hair. The objective for you, right, is to guess who doesn't have the hair, but you got to use your tongue, right? And I said, do the rules make sense to you? And he said, yes, I think so. So I lick bald, win. I lick bald, I win. Alec Baldwin, guys.
All right.
There it is. There it is.
Very good. Ma'am, what's your name?
Hey,
Are you just?
My name's Logan.
Are you? Is the woman with you just a French woman that you just met this evening?
Yeah, no, she's with the picture. She came with the she came with the hotel room.
What's your name? Oh, that's inappropriate. What's your name?
No.
What's your name?
No. Go ahead.
I'm Andrea.
Andrea,
Nice to meet you.
are you proud of Logan? Do you find him?
proud.
Do you find him funny and charming?
Very, very.
Did you guys just meet in Paris?
For a long time.
No, we met in Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're moving through the continent.
Moving through the continent.
Yeah.
You got that
We're
rail
making our way.
pass, right?
We just spent 4 days in Istanbul.
Wow.
Oh wow.
How was that?
Yeah. Hey, Tim, I just want to say I saw you in San Francisco at the Place of Fine Arts. It was an awesome show.
Palace
man.
of Fine Arts.
The place.
No.
Yeah, the Queen.
It
They
was-
just
it was a
buried the
great
Queen
time.
at the place.
Andrea,
Yeah.
The place.
I am a huge fan. I'm listening to you guys. Like I have alarms set every week. I had an alarm set right now on the underground train. I was like, "Fuck, we gotta get back to the hotel." Get off.
That's cool. You know, we tape it and you can watch it anytime. Right? I want you to enjoy the City of Lights.
Yeah, why
for
aren't you
Christ's
out
sake.
in Paris?
But you're This is your
probably
your
late
girlfriend
there,
or partner or something or what?
No, this is my wife.
Your wife. Okay, it isn't some trollop that he picked up on the streets of Berlin.
Hey! I got a question for Doug, man, and it's kind of a boring question, but you
Great.
seem to be really well traveled, man. Do you have any spots that you return to often over here in Europe?
No, but I can recommend Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Cool, man. Thanks.
No, I went to Barcelona this summer and I loved it there, so I would recommend that.
Oh yeah.
check
Barcelona
that
is a
out.
great.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
How would
Barcelona. Yes.
Barcelona.
The city of lights.
The Sheboygan.
Hey, I got another SNL fun if you want to.
we're good.
Oh boy.
I want you to get back to enjoying your vacation and leave the comedy to us.
All right, will do. Hey, it was great talking with you.
Great
guys.
talking to you. Thank you for coming to the show
Au
in San
revoir.
Francisco. Safe travels
Au
and
revoir.
all the best. Oh my God, it's 11:05. Matt, why don't we take a little break? And Mark, do you want to do a song after we come back from the break?
Sure, why not?
Jam out. You're sticking around?
I'm here, man.
All right, we're here till noon on the Pacific Coast here, and be back in 5 minutes.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption where there's integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify, as a female adult, I know what a woman is.
Hi, sound
Here
like
we are.
We are back. By the way, a little slight, a small plug from
Can
me.
you fade out Doug's computer?
Small plug. Small plug. Unlike that big plug earlier.
No, that big plug's a nightmare.
That was a big plug.
Ladies and gentlemen, small plug. If you want to hear more of me, specifically having a terrific conversation with Raina Doris from World Cafe legendary radio broadcast serving music, people that are interested in music. I spoke with her while I was on tour. We recorded several, provided them with several live tracks from the tour, and it's a great conversation. There's great versions of Stupid Kid, Vic, and there's a great version of
Nothing.
Well, there's the highlight, unfortunately for Vic, is our live rendition of Nothing. That is a very unique and different rendition of the song.
Features a lot of nothing on my
Features
piano.
no keyboards due to Vic's cherry poisoning. He was not with us, but the band rose to the occasion, and we did a rockin' version of that song, very tastefully done, I believe, by all involved. And that's up there on World Cafe. If you look up World Cafe, you'll find that streaming now and will be airing probably now on public radio throughout the world. So I talk at length. It was a great chat. It's the next best thing to sitting down with Terry Gross, which I have not done.
It's going to happen.
I've been denied entry to the Terry Gross universe.
I'm working on it, Tim.
You are.
I have some connections.
Well,
you said no. It's on now. I mean, you can watch this and that at the same time.
You can probably do a remix. Turn on XPN or whatever the station is and see if
Double the Tim.
Yeah.
Tim.
It's 10 p.m.
Let's take one call and then we'll hear some music from Money Mark. On this, your public support, your listener supported. This is listener supported, by the way, folks, and viewer supported because it is a television show. It's not a podcast. Fuck that. Sure, it's on the podcast apps. Forever Dog. Is that did that happen?
Next week is the official changeover.
Anyways.
But yes.
Do you listen on the podcast? Do you drive around? Do your working out and everything? Listen to the podcast? We're happy to have you.
Now I'm getting excited.
But my God, do you have to watch the program because there's just a great visual element. Okay. You can see all of Mark's toys.
My socks.
Your socks are highlighted. What's the brand there we got? Because we're displaying the brand.
Dry Fit?
Dry Fit.
Is that a Nike?
Dry Fit, yeah.
Nike? Yeah.
I think I might have the same, but I've never seen them in that color.
Yeah. Well,
very nice.
You get
my skin color.
That's it.
You get.
You have web feet, I see.
Oh my goodness. Do you get free stuff sent to you all the time by the big brands because of your notoriety?
Sometimes, sometimes. I'm waiting for the high ticket items next. Refrigerator. I need a refrigerator.
Time to get a
Maytag.
I think we should.
Universal record company is going to send me some.
I get stuff from the brand Kobe all the time. Kobe, the second-rate Sony ripoff electronics.
I get KOSS. KOSS.
KOSS.
Now, Mark, can we see his watch real quick? I think it's.
I love the watch.
I love the watch.
It's just as now.
Very zen. It feels like something we might find. Let's pull another oblique strategy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oblique.
This will.
Strategy.
If it says now, then oh my God.
The pounding.
Who should be doing this job? How would they do it? Think about that.
The pounding.
Not all of them are going to be hits. Much like all of Brian Eno's albums. You ever look at all of Brian Eno's albums? There's like
so many.
So many. I think I'll make an album today. Turn on the machine and we'll begin. Plunk,
While watching Office Hours, he's making an album.
So I'm gonna make an album
Who
today.
should be doing your job? Is that the question? Who should be doing your job?
That's a little too funky for Brian Eno.
Well, early Eno would be like that.
Yeah. Roxy Music out there playing, not with Brian Eno, but Roxy Music out there doing a tour. I guess I would see them. I don't know.
I'd see them back in the day. I think I mentioned this before, but Brian Eno, when it was in Roxy Music, he would sit in the middle of the room, and everyone on stage would plug in directly into the board. So they would have no control over the sound. It'd just be Eno.
Oh, he's mixing it on stage.
Entire mix.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That Avalon record is so great, though.
Yeah.
Ever get into that?
Sure, yeah.
Rosie likes
Did you hear
that
what?
record.
Rosie's a big rock
Did you hear what the lead singer of Maroon 5's wife said to him this week? Adam, leave me alone. Levine me alone. Adam Levine me alone.
You better be leaving me around.
Adam Levine.
Is she gonna leave?
Adam Levine me
I'm
alone.
leaving.
I'm leaving.
Should I stay or should I leaving?
Oh. You want to talk to somebody?
Yeah, well, talk to somebody, and then I will continue to tease some music from Mark, and perhaps not even get to it. We'll
It's okay, I'll go play at that cafe down the street.
We keep cutting off one short joke guy. Let's let him tell his
Okay, there you
joke.
go.
Oh God, another joke?
Oh.
I think it's
What
a
is
good
this,
one.
Jackie
I think
Martling's
you
radio
guys will like
hour?
it. All right. Okay, Tim, this is a chicken. And this is the head, this is the wing, and this is the tail. So just whichever part I point to, you just say that part.
Okay.
So
Head, wing,
That's tail.
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 Sorry, I'm not fully engaged with this, but let's
here
try it
we
again.
go. Okay, almost done.
Head,
Wing,
I can't.
wing, tail. Wing,
wing.
I know what this is going to be. Wing. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello. Sorry, wrong number.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Crickets.
We got to play
Hanging
maybe
up.
All right.
no more jokes. Too.
Please, let's have a reasonable
With all due
caller now.
respect.
One reasonable
You know,
caller.
kids don't know that, right? They don't know this thing.
This is a classic one.
I don't know about that, Mark. I don't know about
the
that.
dial.
The dial, they don't.
They don't know that. That's what I'm saying. They don't know that.
There's videos of like they give kids a rotary phone and they literally can't
Just don't
figure
know what
out.
it is.
They don't know what to do. Gray Niner, show us what's going on. Our old pet.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Whoa.
I was
Got
just
a
wondering if
major
you could
haircut.
Why does Gray Niner look? I think there's nine Gray Niners out there.
Niners.
Gray Niner 1 is with us today.
But he's got this new stash. We haven't seen that before.
Nice.
Yeah, would you stick to a look for Christ's sake?
I can't.
Where you
I
driving?
was just wondering if he could do Foghorn Leghorn.
I'll say Gray Niner is like the freeway between here and Pasadena. No curves.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's a joke, son.
Niner.
You're supposed to laugh.
Can we get a foghorn from your car?
That's
your
a
truck?
good idea.
Fog it up. Real loud.
Hit
Oh,
the
he
horn.
muted by accident.
Hit the horn.
The Zoom.
Unmute, Niner.
Good.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Someone just shit their pants in the
All right,
parking
guys, I'm
lot.
back at work. I gotta get going.
The guy had 2 hot coffees. Like, burned his face.
Okay, thank you.
And now the motions.
That's all he has to say.
Mark, what would you like to play?
No, I was
for
going to
us?
ask Eric.
Okay.
Or the whole
Yeah. The crew.
The crew. Why is it just farm animals?
Looney Tunes, that's a weird question. I always wondered that.
What if it was a hippo? Then Mel Blanc would have been at the hippo pool rolling around with the hippos.
I flew to Africa and wallowed around with the hippos.
No, I don't know. I don't know why the farm animals, but like, I always think about that. Like when we watch cartoons, we often reference these like classics from the golden era, 40s and 50s. Like, what were they? What were they referencing? What were they doing?
Well, like the nursery rhymes and the fables of old.
I guess. I think Chuck Jones was like influenced by like Picasso, I guess, like fine artists.
Yeah.
I imagine. I guess.
Well, you know what's funny to me to think about is growing up on the East Coast and watching, Looney Tunes and Disney. What I didn't realize, there's so much California in all the art and all the landscapes. And
everything.
When you come out here, you see like, oh yeah, these guys are just painting their backyards and they're painting where their like weekend trips were.
Ed Benedict, he designed the Flintstones. He used to live in Big Sur, I don't know if you guys have ever been to that.
I've driven through, yeah.
It's insane. It's beautiful. It's like another planet. And if
Yeah.
you watch the Flintstones, it's exactly like that.
Right.
It's
and of course, all the Roadrunner stuff is just like 2 hours to the
Yeah.
to the east of here. And
Fred and Wilma at Carmel by the sea.
Yeah, that's right, Money Muck.
Don't I do a Fred Flintstone?
I want to hear
I
it.
do.
You got one?
What's
you got
your
one?
Fred?
I did it, right? You have it? Hi, everybody.
There it is. Hair.
Hey.
Hi there.
That's not bad.
Hey there.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hey, friend. We're at office hours.
Can you do
That's
Fred Flintstone?
Barney.
Yeah, that's right.
What about
Barney?
Barney?
Barney, we got a big problem.
Oh, what's that, Fred?
The dinosaur just took a big shit on our car.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I got to get my shovel.
And we got to get out of the bowling tournament.
That's right.
I lose it after 2 or 3
It's
words.
great.
I'll keep working on it.
No.
Hi there.
That's good. I feel like buying cereal.
Here he goes. Money Mark with a new jam, fresh for you here on Office Hours. Take it away, Mark.
You're gonna jam out, Vic.
We have to jam. We're in C.
What the hell are we gonna do without Ben?
Life's tough, man.
That was great.
And who knows where that will lead to?
God, I hated that one.
Please remix it.
Yes.
We're just laying down some structure and some pieces that we will then.
Yeah, that's
This
right.
will
I
be a
encourage
number
you. I'll
one
tell you
hit
what. We'll do
song.
this.
That's already.
I encourage people to grab that audio and do their own remix.
Yeah. Duet it.
And then well,
Put it on TikTok.
wait, who's the artist there?
And buy it.
Skinner,
Skinner. Yeah.
the great psychologist.
What are we
Isn't
gonna
he
do
a
without
psychologist?
chips?
Skinner.
What are we gonna do without
Yeah.
chips?
P.F. Skinner.
Oh, PF.
Oh boy.
P.F. Chang.
P.F. Skinner.
But what he did
Inventor of the
what
Skinner
was he known
box.
for?
The Skinner box.
What was that?
They would like put rats in a box or
Oh
something.
my god.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
You ever hear that dog?
It's on the
that
menu.
Dog, what's
P.F.
it?
Skinner.
Pavlov's dogs.
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
used to like drill holes in there so they see the saliva coming out. It was sick.
I wonder if Pavlov's dog knows Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to chime in here?
Well, Shane had a question for our good friend Money Mark.
Okay.
So I have some Gruyere cheese.
Shane, you got to unmute first, my friend.
I thought that was the question.
Yes, the
Julia
cheese.
Child is on the phone. She has a.
Well, I do like
Oh, you got a
bacon.
Julia
Shane,
Child?
are you there?
Julia Child.
That's pretty
You
good.
know,
only after hearing you.
I don't think
the
your
cheese
audio is
never
working.
melts.
Sorry, friend.
Oh,
here he is.
Oh, there we go.
He's in.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Shane.
Hey, calling in from Dallas.
Dallas.
Just to ask you if you had ever worked with the Mexican artist Plastilina Mosh.
Of course, we did a great album together called Juan Manuel. It's like a super classic. There's
Yeah,
slogan, don't mess with Texas.
don't mess with Texas, don't mess with Plastilina Mosh.
going down to McAllen to see them soon. Super excited. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
they got back together.
Yeah, yeah.
Jonas and Alejandro. Yeah.
So what does that
But
mean?
so
You
the
did
Beastie Boys, I went and flew down there. So Plastilina Mosh they were like the Beastie Boys of Mexico.
Okay.
They flew up to Los Angeles, knocked on the door at Grand Royal where the Beastie Boys office was, and the Beasties signed them to their label. So they made a record on.
Were they just there at
Grand
the
Royal.
office?
They were just there at the office.
Right.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know how it all worked out. But then I made friends with them, and then they eventually asked me to produce a record for them. But,
Sick.
yeah.
Love it.
People all
Juan Manuel is a great record. The song,
Yeah.
one of my favorite songs on there is "Goodbye Happy Farm." So anyway,
What kind of style
I do like
producer
that.
are you? How do you approach that responsibility?
I can do anything. I can do anything.
You take
I can phone it in.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
I
And just
can, no.
throw your name on
I
it?
know I love working with the knobs, so that's the kind of producer I am, like hands on. But any kind of style, like I'm there.
Are you chiming in on thematic stuff, on the concept of the record, or the what the artist wants to do?
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like immersion. So I love that. I love it. So
You
yeah,
get him
next
to
week
produce?
I'm going to New York, working with an artist there, just holding up in the studio and just. I love just being around all of this junk.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever.
But
Good
it's got to
ideas.
serve the song. It's got to serve the artist.
Yeah, it's like when you're writing a script,
Right.
a screenplay or something. Everything is going in that direction. So
Right.
every little bit that you do is going in that direction.
Right.
I love pretty music.
What's a big no-no when recording? What do artists mistake? What's a big mistake?
Throwing up on the board. It's a big no-no.
Not for you, but like, what's something that you see a lot of artists do, and you're like, actually, let's like not do that.
Oh well,
like
you
muck-
know.
how do they muck
cover
up a
songs
track?
are rough.
What's
cover
that?
songs are freaking rough. Artist wants to do a cover song. That's a rough one right there. I love the Lenny Bruce.
Oh, thank you.
That was amazing. But anyway,
It was so nice
Shane
you
doesn't
came
know
to
what
the
I do.
show. By the way, such a surprise and so nice that you came to one of the
well,
early
thank you.
shows. And do you work with Drew Erickson ever? Or how do you
we
know
worked
Drew?
on a record together. Yeah, and Jim Keltner, I don't know,
Holy
if you guys know,
shit.
was playing drums. Like,
Oh my God! If people don't know Jim Keltner, shame on you. What a loser!
Shame
you are.
on you.
No, do you know Jim Keltner?
I love Jim Keltner.
Yeah.
He's great. Bing bang. Love beautiful
Drums.
music.
A lot of people
He
say I
loves the
could have been a
Big
good
Bang
drummer. A
Theory.
lot of people say I could have been a big drummer, but I chose a different path.
You'd be
My
surprised
notes are a
with
bit
these tiny
antiquated.
hands. They're very fast.
I wanted to grab your George Takei story since you teased it. And people
Oh.
are going to be so angry.
They're going to be mad that we didn't deliver.
Hey,
on
thanks,
the George
Shane.
Story. Yeah.
Thanks, Shane.
We
And
love
say the name of
Dallas.
that album that we should all check out.
Juan Manuel
Juan Manuel.
by Plastilina Mosh.
Beautiful.
Good day,
That's
mate.
a great record. Good day, mate.
George. I had a session where I was at Salami Studios on Salami Studios,
Okay.
Magnolia Boulevard, doing a Scooby-Doo episode. Like an episode of Scoob with Shaggy.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And you're doing Shag.
I was Matthew Lillard.
Right.
Oh, of course.
He
the
kept
famous Shaggy.
he kept the role from the movie. I was actually playing a store clerk that actually was supposed to be. I was actually apparently selling Mogwai, like Gizmo, Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
So I had a bit part. It was done.
Yeah.
But they asked me to stay to read with George Takei.
Uh-huh.
Takei.
George Takei.
George Takei.
George Takei.
They need someone to read with George.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, the voice that I was reading was James Hong. You know James.
Yes, from the latest movie that was huge. Everything.
I believe it's Don't Worry, Darling. James Hong was in that one.
Oh, he was. But no, what's the other
everything, everything at once.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
But James,
You're doing a voice like him. You're
James,
saying.
yeah, James couldn't make it.
Okay.
So they wanted someone to read it. It didn't have to sound like James, but I love James Hong. He's amazing.
He's a legend.
And I was reading with George. He comes in, and I'm like completely starstruck because I'm a huge Star Trek fan. And I start reading, and we get through like the first half of the script, and it's break time. Go get a coffee. And he leans over. He goes,
Mr. Bauza, you do a better Jimmy Hung than Jimmy Hung. And I was like, wow, this is great. So I go outside, and Colette Sunderman was there. She's the voice director, and she's like, yeah, you're having a good time, George? You go, splendid time. And then, isn't Eric great? He goes, oh, he is fabulous. He is wonderful. And then he goes, Mr. Bauza, you are eye and oral candy.
Oh!
Wow. And I was like, spell oral. No, don't spell oral. I want it to be a mystery.
Yes. Musculature.
Yes. You are eye and oral candy. And I was like a blessing from the Pope.
It's amazing.
There it is. That was my George story.
Amazing.
Was it worth the wait? I don't know.
I love it.
I don't know.
Got hit on by the great one. One of the,
It
smells good. I mean, that guy ran the fucking navigation on the goddamn Starship Enterprise. You think that's easy to do?
No.
We're doing this all the time when there's an attack coming in. The fucking shields. Shields can only do so much, but if they lose power to the shields, they are sitting ducks.
They're signed for 10 episodes. There'd only be 3 in the ship crash.
There were so many close calls in that show, Tim.
Shields are down.
So
what are we going to
close
do?
Calls. I don't know how they made it through.
Roddenberry was not going to let that happen.
Roddenberry?
No. Roddenberry.
Gene Roddenberry.
That's what Vic was eating in Pittsburgh. Please, Matt, no more jokes from the Zoom community or a hotliner I'll take happily.
All right, we got a 802 on the hotline. You're live on the air, 802. Hello, 802. Are you there?
I'll say.
Oh, yeah, I am. Sweet. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the service is kind of spotty where I live.
Well,
but yeah, I just want to first off say a huge fan of Office Hours, long-time listener, first-time caller sort of deal. Also a huge fan of the Beastie Boys. So
Thank you.
Mine was blown when I saw on Twitter that.
Well, check your head, will you? Just get on with the question.
Good boy.
This is talk about ill communication.
Anyway, I've heard these, sorry to fangirl out a bit, but anyway, I've heard rumors of a story of Mike D of the Beastie Boys breaking a fence one time. I've heard many sides. I'm just curious to get Money Mark's side of the story.
I think it's actually Adrock who crashed into the fence.
This is the fence that you were referring to
this is
earlier
the
that you
fence.
fixed.
Yeah.
It happens. Accidents happen.
The house that we rented, the fence had a big G on it. It was a famous director. I don't know. Maybe I forgot the person's name.
George.
I'm working on
George
Lucas.
Orwell.
Oh, and his wife was the costume person for a lot of his movies, the husband and wife. And she had, when the house they were renting, there was a door you weren't supposed to open, and they opened.
Then you got to open
and
it.
then all these costumes, and that's how they made the video for on Paul's Boutique for that song.
Hey Ladies.
Hey Ladies.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So the G, and that's why we called the studio the G Sun, because the house was G Spot.
Right.
And so the studio was the son of G. So G Sun. But yes, it wasn't Mike, it was Adam who crashed into the gate.
How were you incorporated into the Beastie Boys? You were not an official member? Or were you kind of...
I'm not an official member, but, that's the side players. If you were invited into... There's a thing, I think it's called Nashville Rules. If you're invited into the room, you're part of the whole thing. So
right.
If you're invited, there wasn't many people in that little camp.
Right.
So if you were invited, they were going to treat you well, and you're going to be a major contributor. So,
somebody told me that the Rolling Stones, that there are only 2 official members of the Rolling Stones. It's Mick and Keith. Everybody else, including when Charlie Watts was alive in the group, and Bill Wyman, they were just on salary as hired to be there.
It's possible.
That's why Mick would call him my drummer.
My drummer?
Yeah.
Wow.
And with the Beastie Boys, bestiality was not involved, right?
Stop it.
I don't know. You got to ask Mel Blanc.
Well, we would wallow around with the hippos.
Now we can go back to Zoom. Joke-free Zoom.
All right, let's check in with Michael, who's doing some kind of What are you doing there, Michael?
What?
You gotta speak up to your weather.
Oh, there he is. In the workshop.
Making bags or bicycles here in Bend, Oregon.
Oh.
I've got a question for Mark as a long
send
time
us a bag.
Okay. Wow.
Ooh, I want that back.
Fan, let's see. Mark, do you have a favorite contribution to a Beastie Boys song or any song you've been on?
I loved everything that I did in that time. The "So What You Want" song was a song that I love that song and how it came about. But it was that song was created last because we finished the album and I don't know who it was. Collectively, the label and the band were like, we need one more song.
Need a hit.
And that was the last song. A lot of times that happens.
Yeah, there's a famous story about that. And I can't think of who it is that did that. That they were like missing a song. They were like, all right, let me just go away and
Then
work
it's
on
the
something.
hit, right?
And it's the hit.
I mean, it happens a lot. Like
Somebody in the Zoom must know. There must be a chat.
Mark,
yeah,
going.
2 kids
with
and
that
one,
riff-
we want one more kid.
With
you
that
know,
riff, was that were you just doing all kinds of stuff and they took that little chunk, or was that were you
no, that
jamming
one
on
I
that?
would say was kind of
Give us a little
Can we
bit.
hear it?
because well, it won't sound.
Come on, it'll sound like we know.
All right. Anyway, well, who's that back there? Yeah. So, what was the question now?
Oh, so it was so what you
Michael.
want was with the answer.
Oh yeah, so I love that song from beginning to end. But I love Sabotage, but I love all of the Wurlitzer stuff too. I mean,
Did
it
you
was
get
just
a whirly
fun.
in there? You had the whirly in the studio?
Yeah, it's the same one that sounds on the Beck record.
Right.
Because the Dust Brothers, and after they did the Paul's Boutique and they did Beck, we all stayed kind of a family.
Right.
But yes, I mean, what's your favorite song? I mean, geez. Oh, you're saying something.
Why did you mute him, Matt?
I didn't mute him. They mute themselves, Doug. Come on.
All right. You know,
To needle me.
hard to pick, but Paul's Boutique is definitely top album for me.
Right.
And B-Boy Bula Bass at the end is all-time great, particularly MCA's A Year and a Day.
Oh, yeah. You're in the day. Okay, cool.
The only song I know is Fight for Your Right to Party. That's the only one I'm familiar with, but I'm looking forward to checking the rest of these out. I lost track of them after that song. I just didn't keep up with it.
What are those bags? Are they hand? Are you making handmade bags up there?
Handmade bags.
Is that a Limp Bizkit?
Are you going to sell that at American Apparel? That's what it looks like.
Looks like one of Vic's shirts he used.
Yeah. Made this week out of that rug everyone
Oh,
has.
beautiful.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Or I give you that
Look
shirt
it up.
that,
Take a Trip Co. on Instagram.
What is it again? What's the URL?
Take a Trip, one word. TakeATripBags.com or Take a Trip Co. on Instagram.
Take a Trip
Cool, man.
bags.
TakeATripBags.com. That's awesome.
I'm very disappointed in the chat. I'm looking for the song that was written after they realized they didn't have a hit. Somebody.
Like what era are you thinking?
You know, the classic era, 60s, 70s.
Which band?
I've
Any
heard
band?
I've heard the
that.
story too, where they're like, "Oh, just do one more, and then that's the hit."
Yeah.
I've heard the story before.
Oh, no, but it happens a lot. Like
It probably happens a
yeah.
lot.
That's what I was saying. You had 2 kids. We want one more. These
Yeah,
2 kids
yeah.
aren't really that.
These aren't a hit.
These
And
aren't.
then the third one.
the third one.
Yeah.
You
That
have
kid's a
deadline
hit.
that, like forces you to act.
We got 2 duds. We got to try again.
I would
Tim?
like, can I request a specific, an impression with a little bit of specificity into what you talk about, which is Larry Fine having had enough of the abuse over the years.
Okay.
And confronting Mo, and to some degree Curly, who's keeping quiet because he doesn't want to get in the middle of this. But Larry is just done with Mo's abuse, and you're having a very, very serious. It doesn't have to be angry, but it's an honest confrontation with Mo, and just you can't do it anymore, and it can be emotional.
Okay. And cut. That's a wrap, everyone. Hey Mo.
Yeah, what do you want, Porcupine?
Yeah, well, that's it. That's the point. I just want to talk to you about something. My name's Larry, not Porcupine. That's verbal abuse, and I can't stand it anymore.
What are you talking about, kid? We're just playing around. It's a comedy sketch.
Yeah, I know, but not a lot of people realize that hurts my feelings.
Why would it hurt your feelings? We're doing an act. Smarten up.
This is my point, Mo. You're not
What point?
listening to me.
You're stuttering, kid. Why don't you spit it out? What do you want me to do?
I can't take it any longer. I quit.
Oh, yeah? You're going to quit?
That's right,
Well,
Mo.
we'll find somebody else to do your job. We'll put on a Bozo the Clown wig and be just fine.
Well, good luck to you. Let's go, Curly. Curly?
I'm not going anywhere.
Curly,
I'm happy with this.
You traitor. We talked about this yesterday.
I didn't say nothing.
I was going to leave and you were going to leave with me.
No, I'm happy with everything, Mo. You don't have to worry about me. I'm going to stay in line.
Mo.
And scene. Yeah, I think that's exactly what.
Sit back and relax. Mo's got that look in his eyes. Larry, you better get out of here.
Enjoy the show.
Enough's enough.
See, that's funny.
I've had it.
We could do that as sort of like a hidden recording situation, you know?
You should do that with Curly G. Curly G was looking for a Larry.
He doesn't want to get involved with Curly G.
You don't want to, Curly G's Curly's grandson, and he does a Three Stooges act, and he's amazing.
Amazing?
He's amazing.
There's something amazing about it.
Well, let join us, please.
It's so messed up. It's not true.
Curly G.
Sit back and relax. Enjoy yourselves a cup of Three Stooges coffee and enjoy the show.
I did a quick search of
songs
that were.
after.
I mean, I got something else. These are songs that were written really quickly, and the number one song is Beastie Boys. "Fight for Your Right" was written in 5 minutes, apparently.
Whoa!
Somebody with a clock there timing that? Come on. Got the egg timer out.
I guess "Yesterday" by the Beatles was written in less than a minute.
I feel like
less than a minute.
I don't know how you could.
I kind of feel like Free
The
Fallin'
song's
might have
like
been
4
that.
minutes long.
I think Free Fallin' might have been a last-minute addition. Tom Petty's Free Fallin'.
Anything from Mr. Big.
Anything from Mr. Big was written quickly.
Yeah.
Tim, I always wondered about Free Fallin' because he's talking about she's a good girl, this and that, and then he goes, "And I'm free." So what does that have to do with him?
And I'm free, and she's.
It's almost like from her perspective. I think.
Well, he's switching between first and third person.
Absolutely.
I have a big problem with that song. He should have taken more time to write it.
She said she was free.
Well, when you see the video, it goes third person. No. I think
the lamest skateboarder of all time is in that video.
Who's that?
Like not a good.
It's just
skater.
the woman,
Oh,
this
it's
woman
a-
in like
yeah,
spandex
yeah.
with the pads. And
Just doing the flips on the curve.
what was your relationship or interaction with Rick Rubin? Was he around in those? Was that like a?
Not at that time.
No, they became a Dust Brothers thing.
Yeah, it became a Dust Brothers.
And what do those guys do these days?
I don't really know. I don't talk to them that much.
Well,
know
I
John's
asked you if
still
there was anything you didn't want me to talk about, just to be clear. But
well,
no,
John,
no,
I'm
just
friends
kidding.
with everybody.
Yeah.
I think Mike is not making music that much.
They're not doing
John
it.
is not making that much music. I talk to him every once in a while, but
they kind of just. I mean, they're probably doing well.
I'm just a lifer.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm a lifer, so I'm not gonna ever retire. From
No,
it.
you can't.
So I can't. Yeah.
I say that about myself. I say
saw
I'm a lifer.
the last time we saw
what am I
Bob.
going to do?
Yeah. What?
What else? What else can
Bob's
I do?
playing piano, right? The last time I saw Bob Dylan was just sitting there playing.
Did you-
piano.
did you
I guess. Wait, he can't stand up. And
No, he can stand up. He stands the whole show, but I think he has arthritis.
Has arthritis. Yeah.
Did you see this last Rough and Rowdy Ways tour?
No, I didn't actually.
It was fantastic.
Wow.
Doesn't he lean a lot though? Weren't you saying he leans on the piano, leans
Well,
on the wall?
Not really.
I thought that's what you said.
I think the
Just bring a
Everyday
wallet.
People is the simplest song ever. The Sabotage is one note right here. Bom, 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 bom. But Everyday People's. It stays even the chorus.
Yeah, it is. In fact, I got a new song that I won't do, but I'm working on a bunch of new songs with a very good band, And I sent it to Ellie, our bass player, as a little demo, and it's the elusive one chord song.
Nice.
There's a few of them.
Like that.
It's you got to keep them short.
Kids can play them.
Kids can play them, and just find that melody that goes.
Donovan's Happiness Runs. You know that one?
No.
That's a good
I have a recording of it right here.
Here we go. We got somebody here. We got Dancing in the Dark is a big one. Dancing in the Dark. Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, it has some chords.
No, I'm sorry. I'm back to
you mean the
last
minute songs?
They said the record's finished. Hey man, we need a hit. Looking baby. There's a funny line in that song that says,
That was amazing.
I'm just sitting here trying to write this book.
Is that right?
Is that what it is? I'm just sitting here trying to write this book.
Mark,
I need a love reaction.
Can we hear the vocoder that you had going?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was cool as hell.
Well, I tried to put in the office hours, but
is that a rare Casio keyboard?
No, this is brand new.
But it has.
I mean, I used
vocoder?
old ones, but this is like brand new. It's like They really got it right this time. Let's see. Wait, Okay.
Woo! I hear it.
Wow.
Okay, let's see. Let me start over here. So, office hours.
Can you
live.
you could type in what it says?
Yeah, you can type in what it says here. Let's see if we can get.
I need that keyboard.
That's amazing.
Oh! It's so cool. Yeah, the lyrics are, stay on the streets of this town and they'll be carving you up all right. They say you gotta stay hungry. Hey, baby, I'm just about starving tonight. I'm dying for some action. I'm sick of sitting around here trying to write this book. I need a love reaction. Come on now, baby. Give me just one look.
What is that? Was that a diss to Elvis Costello? Every day I write the book.
Oh, could be. Could be. Could be one day. You know that one?
Wait, wasn't
West Side
Home?
Story.
Wait, who was in that video?
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox was in that video, right?
Oh,
in
that's
the
right.
front row.
She ends up dancing with him, right?
Yes, and now
jumps
Bruce,
up on stage.
when it's appropriate, Bruce brings up his own mother for that. Very sweet.
You know how Courtney Cox got the gig?
When it's a pro.
How's that?
Well, they were
Not
friends.
every show.
Oh, they were friends.
Thank you, Doug.
At least Mark heard it.
Definitely, I heard it.
They all heard it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mark, you dropped knowledge on us about artists off the air, on the air. Give us give us 5 records people should just check. It don't have to be your favorites. Saying things like, what was the flautist you were just telling me about?
Oh yeah, Tim Weisberg, flute. Yeah, amazing. Back in the day, I think he played on like Kenny Loggins and Messina records.
Oh wow!
But he was a jazz rock flute player.
Right.
Boy.
Did he do the thing where it's like he's like singing too as he's? Do you know what
That's
I'm talking
Roshan
about?
Roland Kirk. That's a
Okay.
record. Roshan Roland Kirk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get your pens and papers out, folks. We're getting recommendations.
Deep.
Roshan Roland Kirk.
Put away your Imagine Dragons records and try something a little different.
3 saxophones at once, harmonizing.
Right.
Nose flute.
Hey,
I play a little nose flute,
yeah.
you know, back in college before I was 45.
You take the pills and you crush them up.
You crush them up. Nose flute.
All right, so we got Tim.
Oh wait, people are listening now to that. What's her name? God.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah. Oh yes, they are. Any Nina Simone record. I love the covers of the.
I was going to say, just like Uncle Tom's Blues,
Yeah.
the Dylan cover she
all
does.
of her covers, like the George Harrison,
Yes.
and Bob Dylan.
Isn't it a pity?
Yeah, I love those covers.
So she can do a cover, but most other bands
She can
do the cover.
Yeah.
She
Well,
rips
that's the
the
thing.
covers off.
She's the. If you decide to do a cover, you know you have to like better it. You know,
Right,
like,
you gotta
because
elevate the
Hendrix
cover.
does Dylan, right?
Of course.
All Along the Watchtower. Is it better than All Along the Watchtower?
Well, it changed the way Dylan played it for the rest of his
So
life.
yeah, you either got to do it different and
Yeah.
and be as good, you know. So yeah, it's a rough one to do a cover song. Another record is boy, where am I? The William Onyeabor record, which
Oh, yes,
is like
yes.
the one that I
Absolutely.
toured
Very
with
good.
David Byrne. And that was 2014, but it's still.
I don't know that.
amazing.
I got to look it up.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know. I'll think of two
Yeah,
more
yeah,
later, later.
By the way, totally unrelated, but I'm watching this documentary, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
Oh, Planet Waves. Planet
Dylan?
Waves, because Dylan's using the band.
Oh.
For that. The last time he used the band.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. But, I interrupted you, so sorry about that.
The I'm going, or whatever that song is on that record. Gone.
Amazing.
No, I'm watching this documentary. I don't know if I can say, because I got a private link for it. It's a film, I don't know. Should I say what it is? Can't
We're behind the
decide.
paywall.
We are. Let's just say
just be
it's,
vague. It's a documentary
let's
about
just
what?
say,
Band?
I'm a big fan of Adam Curtis.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Adam Curtis. Familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, could be that I'm watching something related to him. I don't know. But anyways, apparently, I don't know if I saw this in the documentary or not, but the way during the Russian Revolution, not the Russian Revolution, but the attempted coup, the end of communism, when they got Gorbachev and kicked him out, and Boris Yeltsin came in, the Soviet tanks would come in to start to quell these protesters and riots, but the people protesting had picked up this trick that the Mujahideen, what are the Afghani, this trick to fight against the tanks with. They'd get big tarps and cover the tank while the people are in it, and there's just these big cloth burlap tarps that they cover the tank with, and the guys in the tank couldn't see where they were or where they were going. It was that simple.
Love that.
And they were just like, all right, we got to get out of here.
Woke up.
Anyways,
Got out of bed.
so simple. So keep tarps handy in case the stormtroopers come in.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. Let's just do another zoomer, one more zoomer, and I think we'll wrap things up today.
Zoom out.
Let's zoom out.
Be My Baby is.
I wonder if Coco. I was going to say, I wonder if
check
Coco
back in
ever.
with Coco?
Coco. I wonder if she ever made it to one of my shows. She was desperate to get tickets, and I don't know if it ever happened for her. I'm guessing
Hello?
not.
That's a no.
I was not able to go. I got COVID.
Oh.
Sorry.
COVID.
COVID.
But
COVID.
I heard wonderful things. As always.
COVID.
I'm really sorry I missed it. But I heard you killed, and I'm looking forward to the next show. I just had a quick question for Money Mark. I'm
Eric,
a big
you're just
MCA.
getting zeros up here.
Oh,
I would think people want to request specific voices.
We did have an Eric question we can get to. Next
Okay, we'll do that after.
all
But
about
first,
the
the
money
money mark question from.
What's your question, Coco?
The wonderful Coco.
I'm a big MCA fan,
Right.
and I was just wondering if you had any favorite stories of working with him. I've heard his process was really interesting. Like, I read one time that on Year and a Day, he went into he put a helmet on and recorded some kind of thing in a cave. I don't know.
He did a
I
lot
know
of
you're
interesting things. I have to say, at the highest level, he was a comic. He has, and him and I don't know if you've heard, but Dalai Lama also has this crazy sense of humor. They're just, and when we were touring,
The Dalai Lama.
When we were touring in Lollapalooza back in those days. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
The monks were with us, and they would open the show.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember that, but all of the monks were comic geniuses.
Really?
Yes. And as part of their ethos is
laugh and be happy.
Yeah, laugh and be happy. And then they were all vegetarian
I'm a
as well.
fucking monk all of a sudden, believe it or not.
They were vegetarians, but if you offered them a hamburger, they'd eat it because you've just got to take someone off. MCA
I'd be doing that all the time. Oh yeah, here's another hamburger. Guess you got to eat it. Anyways, back.
Yeah,
to
he was a funny guy. It was fun hanging out with him and laughing and and I think a lot of the punk rock the smart punk rock
Yeah.
dude. He was the smart punk rock dude who could tell a good joke.
That's cool. Thank you for your work
That's
with
cool.
them. I think it's really cool. I don't know. Beastie Boys, people like don't often associate them, at least on the surface, with punk, but they were such a good punk band.
Oh God, yes, they
They
were a
started
punk
off as a
band
punk band.
first.
Yeah, they were a punk band. Maybe even hardcore, you might say, too. Yeah. But,
Well,
yeah.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Oh, yeah, you're very, very welcome. Those were fun days.
But we are here now.
Oh, yeah, we're here now.
How do you feel about looking back? Is it because I'm not the kind of guy that likes to look back?
I'm not
all that
nostalgic.
Much. Yeah, I like to
at
keep
all.
working, keep moving forward.
I gotta keep finding stuff on the street and turning it into stuff, you know.
All right, where's the question for Eric? The question of the
one. Could I? I'll just. I was just getting like, if you're going into voiceover work or you want to, what's like a little secret tip?
Become a janitor.
Is that what I was gonna say?
Then,
because you didn't run the traditional route, but you kind of socially.
I did not go to school for acting. I didn't.
Yeah.
I learned by being in the same room with the people that I grew up watching. And
did you do it you did it as a kid, and you were cut up in class, and you would do voices.
I was the Dalai Lama of my graduating class, and yes, I love hamburgers. Acting. It definitely is more about the acting, and the wacky voices definitely, can get you to the door. But what keeps you in the room is like the solid acting,
Right.
even when it comes to like Bugs Bunny.
But you do stuff on screen too, in front of the camera.
No.
Oh, you don't.
And I'd ask you not to use my image.
Oh
for
my
this
gosh.
entire episode.
Is there a black square?
Yeah.
I was in the mob for 14 years. You're gonna have to blur my face out. Yeah.
Can you do Don Jr.?
Oh man.
No, just Donald and.
Hey guys, it's me. It's up here. Hey guys, Biden.
Don Jr. Get back to your room.
Biden and the radical liberals are making it so hard for everybody. People are upset.
You just got to talk really fast.
Yeah.
And
That's the other thing.
And then Joel has to go back.
You got to do that inhaler. And then...
they're going through all my papers. They're going through all my papers.
Mar-a-Lago.
There was a funny thing where Bill Barr was on Fox talking about this latest lawsuit that I don't fully understand, but Trump inflating his property and all this stuff. And he's like, Bill Barr, who was pretty hard on the whole Mar-a-Lago search thing, saying like it looks like it's a real thing. But in this he goes, I think they're overplaying their hand, and it's one thing to go after the president, but when they drag the children into it, and he's like, wait a minute, these are full adults who like run the company.
They're like part of the staff,
but dragging the children into it like they're fucking toddlers.
Trump was complaining about how when the investigators went into his bedroom, they didn't take off their shoes.
They didn't take off their shoes.
Those pigs.
Can you believe
what a mess.
Dragging your soiled sneakers.
Yeah. Do you do Ted Cruz voices? You ever?
That's hard.
Nobody does that.
Ted Cruz is one that escapes.
Like this is him.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Is that I can't hear
There
you?
he is.
Is that him?
That's Ted Cruz.
I thought that was like Three Stooges or
No,
something.
that's not.
It's Ted Cruz, 100%.
I can't hear you.
He's reciting the Princess
Oh,
Bride.
well, he's doing an impression of Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's kind of how he
weird.
talks, though.
Well,
Isn't
that's
that
not
weird?
really Ted Cruz. Then.
No.
That's like,
I can't hear.
That's a pretty good impression of Billy
Not
Crystal
bad.
from
Nice.
the.
Yeah.
But what about get a clip of him saying, "I'm Ted Cruz and my pronouns are kiss my ass." That's the thing he said.
Oh,
My name is Ted Cruz, and my pronouns are kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
Ted Cruz.
My pronoun is kiss my ass.
He's just such a blob. He doesn't really have any kind of distinctive. Wait, we do have a question from the Zoom community for Eric. I think we should acknowledge that and respect that.
Kevin, can you unmute?
The question is. There it is.
Vic, is that your hold?
Hey guys,
Oh,
Wait, hold on.
quick question. I think, although it's more of a topic.
That's a good question.
Big fan of everyone. I've listened to every episode on this show. There's a question I have for Tim that is relevant to voiceover work that has never been asked before. I want to know how you got the Simpsons gig, what that was like, and for Eric, what makes the most conducive, helpful, creative environment while you are doing your voiceover work?
That's a good question.
Get invited to Tim's garage.
We are cooking.
This is it.
This morning, cooking with creativity. All you need to look at is the now famous Three Stooges behind-the-scenes sketch that we wrote entirely in front of
That was
the
the
audience.
song that was written after the album was done.
Yeah. No, you go into a studio. Do you do stuff at home now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
Like for the most part.
Got your little corner that you've built that, or do you have a room?
I was recording
This is a full-time deal.
About 70% of Space Jam was recorded in my walk-in closet.
Wow.
So if you hear lawnmowers or airplanes, I will refund your money. And then I got a sound booth. But it was nice to be able to be in a room with people and record, like having that.
Well, Alex Winter was on the show
a
few months ago, or several months ago now, but they said they did a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Was it cartoon?
Yeah, a cartoon.
Yeah.
Right after the success of that. And he said it was all the Hanna-Barbera people, and it was like doing a radio play, almost in real time.
Was he providing his voice?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so is George Carlin.
No way.
And I think he said Jim Backus, but like the original players.
Wow.
Yeah, just like the chemistry being in a room. And I actually was at a voiceover conference in Toronto, and that's the crappy part is like, for these new kids, it's like who here has been like in a group session and no one raised their hand.
Yeah.
So being able to play off of other people is always fun.
You asked me a question about getting to do a voice on The Simpsons. I think one of the early supporters of Tim and Eric, I think, was Matt Groening. I mean, not overtly, and he didn't really do anything, but he came out as a fan of ours pretty early, which is very wild. And his son was a fan, and there was some interview from back in like early Awesome Show days where he said in an interview or something, he's like, watching that stuff makes me feel old, and that I'm what we've done, we need to pass the torch.
Right.
It was like that kind of thing.
Tim and Eric, they're so funny.
There it is, another one.
They're so hilarious.
Oh, Homer, calm down. You're funny still.
I love Batman.
Can you do Tim?
I love Batman.
I love Batman. No,
I love Batman. I'm like Ted Cruz. I'm a blob. I love Batman.
Are there understudies, like if somebody gets sick or something, like somebody is ready to step in and just do that voice on some,
on The Simpsons, I don't think so. I think they're
locked into some serious money.
Yeah,
there.
really. Jeez, you wouldn't want that.
Yeah. But to answer, yes. So Matt Selman is a longtime producer, writer there. He was always nice to us and friendly, and invited us to stuff, and was very interested in what we were doing. And I think they had an episode that kind of aligned with Eric and I and asked us to do it. And now they'll just have anybody do it. I think you'll find all sorts of losers doing that show. It wasn't back in the day. It was like Johnny Carson is doing The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And
remember that episode with
Aerosmith.
to bring it back? They had like a Lollapalooza episode, and like Sonic Youth was on it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's when.
But God bless.
That's when Simpsons was cool.
The Michael Jackson episode I used to watch. I love that one. You ever see that one?
Sicko.
No, it's nothing to do.
Speaking of sickos, Woody Allen. You must be able to do a Woody Allen.
I'm going to retire.
Yeah, I'm going to retire. That's it for me. Completely done with movies. And then a minute later, no. I've got many more movies in my head.
Who's back? Yeah.
Guess who's back? I'm going to be remaking some of my earlier films. Bananas 2024. All right, everybody, we do have to wrap it up. I would love for Money Mark and Vic and Doug to jam. If you want to contribute a little voice work while it's happening, feel free. I'm going to step off and go hide. But no. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Join us at patreon.com/office hours live. And we'll see you next week.
You've been watching Office Hours Live. That's all, folks. Electric worm. Electric worm. Electric worm.
Electric worm.
Yeah.
I love that electric worm. You gotta get that electric worm.
Batteries not included.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Electric worm. Electric worm.
No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, don't. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 don't. No, no.
2 mass, 3 mass, 3 mass, 2 mass. Ah, boxing, boxing, boxing.
How about Jesus?
Nice.